In crypto, speed matters, but trust matters more. At Caleb and Brown, you're never on your own. We connect you with your own personal broker and a 24/7 team, ready to help you buy, sell, or swap over 250 digital assets with one flat, transparent fee. No spreads, no slippage, no hidden costs. Get the best market prices through deep, aggregated liquidity executed by our professional trading desk. Your funds are secured with institutional-grade cold storage for total peace of mind. Track every move in real time with our intuitive client portal, anywhere, anytime. Whether you're trading as an individual, trust, or business, we give you speed, security, and peace of mind. Thousands of clients in over 100 countries already trust Caleb and Brown. Visit calebandbrown.com and start your personalized crypto journey today.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome into another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I am your co-host, Mr. T Square. We have Trent and Nader right here. He is the man, the myth, the legend. He got to go to Rare Evo. Oh, I am jealous of that. Dude, guys, if you're first time in here, second time in here, that you're in here every time, please smash that golden like button. Smash it up, but not down unless you really hate this, but smash it up because that's what we prefer. That's how we get around. Guys, we have the subscribe bell. You ring a ding ding and you'll find it over here, maybe, or over there on Rumble or Kick, because YouTube over here sometimes shadowly shadows us. And over there on Kick, we just naturally grow it all natural, baby. We're all natural. You see this beard? This is natural. No oil, nothing. All natural. This is how we like it, guys. What is crypto up to, dude? We are going to the moon. Right, Trent? What do you got for us? Trent? Trent.
There we go. Today, I am bringing you guys a invisible enigma from Monkish Brewing Company. This is a double dry hopped, hazy double IPA coming in at 8.6% even. Here's our ASMR pop.
Nice pop, Trent.
Give our serpent juice a little pour, as opposed to...
Oh, speaking of serpent juice, I gotta get this shot. I'll be right back.
Yes, there are options expiring tomorrow. BPF has big news on SHIB. So this is real floral on the nose. You know, it's like it's kind of like a bitter tangerine that is like gotten a little old, right? It's just a little past ripe, and yeah, hoppy. It has a thick, viscous mouthfeel, creamy. The finish is not too dry, so it's solid. You know, I give it about an 8.1, which is very high for me. So
only an 8.1, Trent? That's it?
That's very high for me.
I've never seen you rate something off the bat like that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the highest I've given on the show is an 8.4.
Not so bad.
What did you think about those little intros? You didn't see the Caleb and Brown one, I don't think.
I saw a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it. I caught in like the tail end of it. But for what I saw, it was pretty sweet. I'm just so jealous of you. You gotta go to Rare Evo. I was like, dang it, I gotta go next year now.
Hey, we gotta have a Brew Crew meetup.
Heck yeah, we
Rare
do.
Evo 2026. Seriously.
Guys,
You hear that, John 316?
John
is thick and viscous with this face.
John 316. I didn't see you in the morning, man. BPF, welcome back in, dude. I saw you yesterday, bro. Oh, so I got me coffee, dude. I'm actually, fasting temporarily from my serpent juice and just doing the coffee galore.
Yes, sir.
Was John 316 there? He says he was there. Did you see him there?
Oh, he says he was where?
In the
No,
street?
he says he's there for the Brew Crew meetup next year.
Oh.
What did he say?
Is that what you're saying? Because I wanted to be like, I saw Pepe there. Pepe was in there, and he was talking all sorts of smack about Crow, and I was like, huh, this is where John has his chance, and he missed it.
Yes,
oh
sir.
My goodness, John was working. Oh man, Pepe probably wasn't working. That's why. But
I'll share my screen.
So we got. Hey, 1 second. We got BPF says I have big news on SHIB. More so the things are going on the burn pit. Unprecedented levels of commitment. Hey, that's sweet, man. Are you able to share it? Because I would love to see what's up, Mr. BPF. BPF. Oh man, I gotta come up with a nickname for you or something. It doesn't fall off my tongue as easy. It's like, you have another guy in here, JG. And I always want to call him GJ. I'm dyslexic, so saying words is it's so hard for me sometimes. It's not you, it's me. Okay, I'm telling you, it is. It is true. Jen, you want to pull
I
up?
literally called him GJ so much when we first started.
I still call him that. He's gonna introduce himself to us like that. And what if those are his initials for his name?
I don't know.
We should ask him. He's in the Discord a lot. What do you got for us news-wise, Jen?
Well, Muffhead pointed out that we do have important options expiry tomorrow. And here we have CoinDesk. Massive $14.6 billion in Bitcoin and Ethereum options. Ether, I don't even know her. Bitcoin and Ether options expiry shows bias for Bitcoin protection. The impending expiry shows a strong demand for Bitcoin put options, indicating preference for downside protection. What to know? Bitcoin and Ether options worth over $14.6 billion are set to expire Friday, marking a significant event in the derivatives market. The expiry shows strong demand for Bitcoin put options, indicating a preference for downside protection, while Ether options are more balanced. The options market has grown significantly since 2020, with max pain levels for Bitcoin and Ether at $116,000 and $3,800 respectively being key focal points.
Very nice.
Bitcoin and Ether options worth over $14.6 billion are set to expire on Friday on Deribit, which is shaping up to be one of the most significant derivatives events of 2025. The expiry is heavily skewed toward Bitcoin put options, underscoring a continued demand for downside protection, whereas it's more balanced for Ether. At the time of writing, 56,452 Bitcoin call options contracts and 48,961 put option contracts.
JG, welcome in, bro. We were just talking about you, JG. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Trent.
Oh, you're good.
JG, is JG your initials? Because we have a new gentleman in here, BPF, and I was just telling him, I was like, dude, I'm dyslexic, and I always say you got your initials backwards. Is that your initials for your name? Just out of curiosity.
Due for settlement totaling a notional open interest of $11.62 billion, according to data source Deribit Metrics. Deribit is the world's largest crypto options exchange, accounting for over 80% of the global activity. On Deribit, one option contract represents one Bitcoin or ETH. A closer look at open interest revealed concentrated activity in put options with a strike prices between $108,000 and $112,000. Conversely, the most popular call options are clustered at $120,000 and above. In other words, the near the money puts around Bitcoin's current market prices, approximately $110,000, are highly sought after, while calls within higher strike prices reflect hopes for further upside. In Ether's case, a total of 393,534 calls are due for settlement, outstripping the put tally of 291,128 by a significant margin, both totaling $3.3 billion in notional open interest. Significant open interest is concentrated in calls at strikes $3,800, $4,000, and $5,000, and put options at strikes $4,000, $3,700, and $2,200. Bitcoin expiry points to persist demand for downside protection, while ETH looks more neutral. Combined with Powell's Jackson Hole signal, this expiry may help set the market tone for December. Derivate said on X. Options are derivatives contracts that give the purchaser the right to buy or sell the underlying asset at a predetermined price on or before a specified future date. A call option, the right to buy and represent a bullish bet on the market. Meanwhile, a put option provides insurance against price slides. The options market has grown leaps and bounds since 2020, with monthly and quarterly settlements gaining prominence as major market moving events. By 2021, some observers proposed that prices tend to gravitate toward max pain levels, the strike prices where options holders suffer the greatest losses. In the days leading up to expiry, the validity of this theory remains a matter of debate among traders and analysts. As of writing, the max pain levels for Bitcoin and Ether are $116,000 and $3,800 respectively, serving as focal points for believers of the max pain theory. So, guys, at the end of the day, you have all of this open interest here, and you have on the options market a bunch of calls and puts, right? And that the price is going to go up. And the thing about options is that you kind of hold out until that date and you see if your bet is correct, right? A put is kind of like shorting the market. A call is kind of like longing the market. And
I love them shorts.
The thing that's going on here, they talk about max pain levels, but this is only $11 billion worth of open interest. So, guys, on leverage trading exchanges, we see liquidation events that are far, far, far bigger and more significant than this event right here. So, I'm just saying, like, I don't see this being the hinge pin in what happens to the market tomorrow. If a bunch of puts are expire with good calls, like those, that was the right way to bet, then yeah, we could see some bearish action. But max pain level for Bitcoin is at 116. And where do we have a CME gap? And why is it max pain? Well, it's max pain, for a couple reasons, but it's max pain because there were more calls headed for over 120K, but also it's serving now in retrospect. When we look backwards, right? Hindsight is 2020. When we look backwards, it's max pain because neither the bulls or the bears win in that regard, right? They both kind of 1,000. So
yeah.
And it's interesting because we have that CME gap headed up at 117. Now the max pain point for Ethereum is is 3,800, and I don't think that is going to prove to be true. I think that the bears, all the people putting in puts, no pun intended, all the bears are going to be the ones hurting, in my opinion, when those options expire tomorrow.
Yeah,
so that's my take.
You know what August is, Trent? Do you? And
My birthday yesterday.
Is it? Was it?
Yeah.
No, was it? Was it?
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
I don't know. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but we were. I wasn't on the show, anyways.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Trent. I didn't even know that. Now you made me feel like a jerk. You don't say stuff like that while we're live. Now I'm embarrassed.
Well, it's not like I ever said when my birthday is, so why would you know?
Well, yeah, but still. Well, I guess in your defense,
Thank you,
my
John.
defense,
Thank you, Shadow.
I do forget what my birthday is too sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's tomorrow. I get too busy working. Hey, guys, I just wanted to shout out to Trent. Happy birthday to him. We cheer him. And I'm also going to shout out our new subscriber, 397, whoever you are. Thank you so much. And 397 is a special number because you got in before we're 500, so you get grandfathered into the Discord before we start charging $10 a month. So if you haven't already, man, join the Discord. Link's in the description. And then
Yes, Muffhead, I am 33 years old.
BP. I like BP. Black Pill Finance. What's Black Pill Finance, bro? That's solid, man. You should let us show you. And then we got BP also says 69,000 tokens burned on ship. Was this a one-time burn, or is there an actual burn wallet? Because I'm just kind of curious if it's like a new thing that they're trying to establish.
Dude, Muffhead, you want my Cardano seed phrase before you want my social security number. My social security number is just going to give you a bunch of student loans.
Yeah, right. Hey, Shadow, I see you joining the Discord. Welcome in, brother. It's always good to have a friendly, familiar face just jump on in there. And we got, what else did we say? What, did I miss something? Hey, welcome in, Calvin. Welcome in, Muffet, JG. I did say welcome, everybody. I don't know if I did. I think I got everybody. If I haven't, welcome, everybody. All right, now watch it. I want to go to the news. All right, let's do you have something to say, Trent.
What was that?
And that is exactly what I wanted to hear. Perfect. All right, sweet.
Oh.
All right, so we got here's what happened in crypto today. U.S. regulators open pathways for Americans to trade on offshore crypto exchanges. The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, a U.S. financial regulator, announced on Thursday that the offshore crypto exchange now have a pathway to legally serve U.S.-based clients by registering under a foreign board trade FBOT framework. You guys want to be a part of an FBOT?
Hey, this is pretty big stuff.
That's why it's. Yeah, I thought so too. U.S.-based clients have had the right to trade on registered offshore platforms since 1990s under the FBOT registry, and the framework works for all assets classes acting. CFTC Director Carolyn Baum said in the statement. Baum said, which I actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I thought offshore anything was illegal, so this is kind of news to me. The U.S. community, starting now, the CFTC welcomes back Americans who want to trade efficiently and safely under the CFTC regulations and opens up the U.S. markets to the rest of the world. It's just another example of how the CFTC will continue to deliver wins for the President Trump part of the crypto spring. Guys, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Dude, Trump's administration has been wonderfully awesome for the crypto space. There was people were concerned about it at first, but they're like, oh, he said just Bitcoin. And then people are like, well, he said other cryptos. And then it was these cryptos. And it's win after win after win after win. And then the Trump coin came out. Everybody won. It was the best time ever, dude. I am so bullish on Trump coin. It's going to go to $1 billion market cap, Trent. I mean, 1 trillion. 1 trillion market cap. It will now go down. It'd be the fastest way to make millionaires is for that to go down.
Hey, you know why I was happy to see this article, right?
Well, I haven't finished it, but why?
They're in Singapore.
You gotta say who they are.
BYDFi.
BYDFi, guys. That is our exchange trade of choice, and they are such wonderful people over there. Wonderful, wonderful people. So shout out to you, Alex. We love you. You never met me, Alex, but I love you. What was I saying? Allowing offshore exchanges to serve the U.S. residents can potentially increase liquidity in the crypto markets and remove the silos that have kept crypto trapped within regions. Wow, I have to read this. This is really tiny fine print. You guys, you might not be able to see this, but I will read it to you because I am a boss. It says the CFTC says
zoom in.
Where? How do you zoom in? No. Dang it, Trent. I was making it up. I was going to say something awesome about myself. You literally just ruined my bubble. I had a moment there at a window, and it was taken by a squeegee. The CFTC should consider how existing rules could be amended to enable the use of blockchain-based derivatives. Such consideration should include evaluation the benefits of blockchain-based derivative transactions or systems with respect to regulatory requirements of central clearing and frameworks around reporting obligations, margin levels, and contract listings in non-intermediate environment. Absent congressional actions, the SEC and CFTC should use their existing authorities to provide wholesome regulatory clarity and the best keeps of blockchain-based innovation within the United States. As we discussed, the working group strongly recommends that Congress expeditious advance market structure legislation to the president's desk. I think I said that word right, but if not, you guys knew what I mean. Do what I say, not what I mean, or do what I mean, not what I say. There we go. However, as a market structure deliberations continue to Congress, the working group similarly recognizes that the market regulations can work to provide appropriate accommodations for digital assets trading, innovation, and the rules to ensure responsible innovation to occur in the United States. And you do know English is not my first language, right? I'm not actually born from here.
Hey, I always wonder what Carl from the Moon and Crypto. I always wonder what their first language is.
Mine's Dutch. I was born in Germany.
It is not.
Okay. One of these days, I'm just going to start speaking it for you. Kanye West Yeezy token. I actually thought this was really interesting. 51,000 traders lost 74 million, while 11 at 51,000 netted $1 million.
Did Sarah jump on it?
She was part of it. Yeah, she did jump. I think she was one in the 54,000s.
Nice.
But no, not nice. That would have been $1 million. She's one of the normal people that did not make $1 million in the 54,000.
Oh, got you.
But I wanted to point out, man, that is pretty wild. You know what's funny? Still to this day, people don't actually know if this is Kanye's coin.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Sarah said. She said Kanye made a tweet about it, but nobody actually knows if it's Kanye's coin. And nobody knows that Kanye sold his Twitter account because he said he was going to do that for a long time.
Yeah, because everyone out there was like, for sure, acting like it was his.
Yeah, well, it was a picture of a text that Kanye posted, and the text was just a wallet address. So, but Kanye said he was going to sell his Twitter account for the longest time, and he's been really quiet. So it's like, did he actually sell it? Some people think that he sold it to the guy who did the market maker for Trump coin. What's his name? What's his name, Trent? He did the Melania. He did the Melania and the Trump coin. Not Ethan. Caden? Is it Caden something?
I have no clue.
Dude,
what's up? Do not you? Always glad to see you in here, bro.
What are they saying? Kanye Yeezy token has left most investors in the red, with over 51,000 traders losing a combined 74 million, while 11 wallets profits of more than 1 million. Data from Bubble Map shows the Solana-based token launched on August 21st surged 1,400% in its first hour before dropping more than 81% as the Yeezy token is trading.
DCA says his name is Hayden.
Hayden Bay. Is it Hayden Bay? So I think a lot of people, Hayden. What's Hayden? What? A lot of people think that he actually did this, dude. That guy, if he can never show his face, dude. I'm not saying this, and I don't want to put any threats out there, but he's the type of guy I'll read in the bear market. I ended up in the bottom of the ocean, or I found on shore in a suitcase. Yes, that guy, bro. You know, he screwed a lot of people over, bro, and people take their money seriously. I would never do that because I'm so talented. I'll make it all back, but I don't want to get too cocky there. But you know what I mean though. Like people don't mess with people millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Bubble Maps flagged. Oh, yep. Look right there. All I had to do is read 2 seconds. Bubble Maps flagged possible insider trading around the launch, naming Hayden Davis. Previously linked to the Libra token scam to reportedly profit $12 million from other groups of an earlier buyer. Also recorded outsized gain. Dude, that was literally right there. It was on the tip of my tongue in front of my eyes. The incident highlights risk tied to the celebrity-backed cryptocurrency over 30 such tokens. Dude, I'm sorry, but Hayden Davis, dude, he got in so much trouble with the stupid Libra token. You think that guy would be so... How dumb does he have to be? Like, he might have gotten blown over, but now he got his name right back in the spotlight. Dude, you better hope that's not your real name, bro, because if not, you're in deep doo-doo. This highlights risk tied to celebrity-backed cryptocurrencies. Over 30 such tokens launched in Solana 2024, back-figured, including 50 Cent, Caitlyn Jenner, Iggy Azalea, and Rododino have dropped more than 70 cents since launch. The Ether ETFs capture. Oh, this is a whole other. That was a whole other article. I was on a roll. I was just going to go straight into a run-on paragraph. It wasn't a run-on sentence. It was a run-on paragraph. Like I was going, man.
Muffhead, I think that I was toying around with this idea earlier, and I don't think this is going to happen. But I was wondering what it would look like if the peak of the whole market was like at the very end of October or first week in November, and then we went into a bear market. I know that doesn't give it enough time for altcoins to really do, but I don't know. Does it? Like 8, 9, 10 weeks? That's a pretty good alt season. Cardano could 5x in 10 weeks. For sure.
DCA and pray. I love it. That was funny. Did you see what he said? He said,
I think we were going to run for 30 weeks. Okay.
Shadow Crypto says he single-handedly scammed Argentina president. DCA Argentina scams everyone. They have had one of the worst inflation rates of their cryptocurrency. That was funny. Funny. I like that. Was witty.
How about we jump into the
one more?
chart?
I got one more, then we'll jump into the charts. I also think this is kind of relevant too. So we got over to Gryffindor stock soars 231% ahead of September American Bitcoin merger. Gryffindor stock rising share price comes as more crypto companies go public and digital asset regulations in the United States has progressed. They jumped up 231%. Gryffindor digital mining is set to merge with Trump-linked American Bitcoin in September, with their shares already up 230% since the May announcement. Oh, so it wasn't overnight. It was since May, you stupid. Gryffindor shares jumped 42% on Thursday. I guess that is a pretty good jump. 42% Thursday to $1.75 from $1.35. According to Google Finance, the rally came in American Bitcoin's largest investor, Hut 8 CEO Ashton Kutcher told Reuters the merger between American Bitcoin and Gryffindor is expected to be finalized soon, with trading set to begin in early September. According to Reuters report, the merger will be all stock. The new entity will retain the name American Bitcoin, and its two founders, Eric Trump and Donald Trump, and the Hut 8 will own 90% of its entity. Believe it or not, I think this will actually do pretty good, Trent. What do you think, Trent?
I got distracted because DCA is talking about 36% inflation.
Okay,
That's absolutely wild. 2024 is almost 300%. Oh my god! When Ada hits $4, Trent is streaming this whole show with his shirt off, guys. When Ada, I hate to break it to you. Close your ears, John 3:16. When Ada hits $4, I'm streaming this show on OnlyFans.
Well, what I was pointing out, Trent, was really interesting about the stock, which I don't own stocks right now. I would like to get into them after this market, but Gryffindor digital mining, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. were Wait, what did I say? Name American Bitcoin, and its two founders, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr., which I think that's pretty big. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's
You know,
the radar.
we did have a request. I'm kidding, of course, John. We did have a request from Cha Ra. He told me this privately. I just forgot to talk to you about it. So I'm going to talk to you about it on stream in front of everyone.
No! Okay, what are you talking about?
We did have a request from Cha Ra to see if we can work in a very, very, very small segment where we highlight something about the stock market. I don't know.
There you go. That was it. I just worked it in. Guys, we're gonna come over to Bubbles, and then I'll let Trent take it away on Bitcoin analysis. Actually, you know, Trent, I might reference it first because it pertains to a lot of stuff we looked at yesterday. And
Go ahead.
Talk about. So come over to Bubbles, guys. PIF is taken away, 94%. But what Trent was also pointing out earlier, look at it for the year, dude. This thing was beat down, and even still at that 94%, it still has a lot more it can go. You know, I mean, it was beat down, dude. Beat down. Look at that in the weekly. It wasn't even moving, dude. You wouldn't have even seen this thing on the radar. That's how beat down it was. But this is the winner today. Top Fund's actually up 14% too, which is pretty wild. But on the weekly, Crow still's got it beat. Wow, OKB is coming down. Holy smokes. Did you see this thing?
Look at freaking Crow and Piss. But honestly, though, look at Solana, too. Good job on that, by the way, JG.
Well, even look at OKB. Okay, yeah, it's down 31%, Trent. But look at it on the monthly. OKB is the winner. You know what they did? What they pumped?
Huh.
So they used to have 65 million tokens in circulation ish, and they
Aerodrome too. Sorry, congrats, Muffhead.
They decided to burn all but 21 million tokens. So like they followed the Bitcoin thing, and that's what caused it to take off. Which is really interesting that they took off this big, because BitGet did a giant burn too, but I don't see BitGet in here. Maybe that means BitGet be on the radar. But what you guys, you know what this is telling me though, is like literally like last week everything was in the red. So
for a minute I thought you said BitBoy, not BitGet.
Yeah, right. Well, everything was in the red on the 1 month, you know, and now we're starting to get the turns of things and turning the green. Now you can start looking for those gems if you guys are interested in trading and try to narrow down what you're looking at. Because you got the monthly, they can jump in the weekly. Okay, well you got this pump, that's Solana pumping. They were drumming that or down, you know. You could be bouncing back and forth saying, let's check out Curve. Curve could be one that could be pumping. Maker could be one that's pumping. You can kind of eyeball what? Hold up 16% has shocked me. You know one that I've been looking at, guys? So everybody knows I just bought, everybody in the Discord knows I bought XLM. And I was looking at it on the monthly. I'm like, that's beat down, guys. And it came down, pumped up, and it came down. I think it could come down here and boom, and it'll take off just like that. But so there's some bubbles for the day. Fifth is winning, and I'm gonna jump into the charts. And I'll do a quick little overview on Bitcoins, because we were thinking it actually might pump. And one of the reasons that we were leaning that way.
DCA, no polka dot.
Dude, I have to. That's the one that you said around 20 seconds. You were right. Wait, what was I right about? T-Squared, you laughed when I asked you to find a buy zone, but you and Trent said around mid 20-cent range. You were right.
Hey.
Wait, right about what? No, I think he's being funny. I think he's being sarcastic.
No, I don't think he's being sarcastic. He asked for a buy zone on what coin was it? Crow?
No, was it? No, was it Crow? I was talking about Crow today, buying it up. You could ask Trent like a 26-cent range today. But wait, yeah, you got to tell me more, man. Yeah, I'm not going to bring it up every time right here. What are you guys talking about? No, for real.
DCA is talking about Polkadot. And wait, Shadow, we charted what though? What coin? I forget because we look at so much stuff. Like,
yeah, I have to go through it when Trent's charting. I'll go through it. But so
I remember 20 cent. Oh, pump. Okay, yeah. Okay, I do remember that. See. Now that's the power of community, though. Like, I don't know how we're gonna do this, when we get to thousands and thousands of subs, because we are going to get there. I don't know how we're going to work this out when we have way too many coins in the chat to keep up with. Honestly,
I'll
we're
probably
gonna have
all night.
well,
If we get thousands of subs, I'll be like, this is my thing now.
we're gonna have to have really, really good mod participation, like just telling you, or we're gonna have to, like, anything that's super chatted, you know, we will cover, even if it's 99 cents. Like, we don't care about the money. It's just like 99 cents. And here's the reason why. Like, what Shadow just said is the power of community. Because T-Square, you and I would have never just pulled up Pump and charted it ourselves, right? But Shadow asked for it, we charted it, and it turned out to be a good entry. So, like, that's the power of community. Like, I know that we need to clean up our Discord, guys. I just want to say that, like,
either it's done, either it could keep going.
I just want to say that, like, publicly, so you can hear my voice say it. Like, I know we need to clean up our Discord. I know that everything is kind of jumbled in the general chat right now.
It's okay, Trent. It's okay. Everybody knows. Everybody knows we'll get. It's a two-man team right here, Trent.
Yeah.
We're both working full time. They know. That's why you got that slick new video that you got going on. The new intro. It's cool.
Yeah. So, you know, we are gonna get that Discord really, really efficient, and we're gonna do it just by, we hit 500 subs, it becomes members only, and then we are going to create several different channels. One channel is only going to be for me and T-Square's signals and, you know, our charting and stuff. That way you don't have to scroll through all of the conversation just to get there. But guys, we're like, this is going to be, I want to say this too, because I was thinking about this earlier today. I don't care. And this is the God honest truth. I don't care about being the biggest community out there. Like, I do think that we're going to hit several thousand, tens of thousands, even 100,000. But look, I don't care about being the biggest community out there. I just want
the most hydrated community out there.
I just want a fulfilling community. What do I mean by a fulfilling community? I mean, we add value to you guys. You guys add value to us. We all add value to each other. And, you know, like, I don't know. And we're just, everybody's down to earth, real people. And we, you know, it's, I wrote this into, you know, when you get a chance, go look at the description of our YouTube channel as a whole. I wrote something like, educating our audience on Bitcoin and crypto assets while sipping craft beer and enjoying life. Like, I don't know. I don't want the biggest community out there. I just want a fulfilling community.
Yeah.
Where everyone gets value out of it.
I agree, Trent.
That's, you know.
I'm going to jump into what I was looking at on Bitcoin. So yesterday we were thinking that we could be pumping more, and our reasoning behind it is we were going to make a red dot trigger wave to the downside, and it was invalidated, and we actually got a pump with Stokes low and RSI low and strength coming up. We're like, hey, this actually might play out. And the VWAP also was angling up, and the money flow was coming in, and we had this candle right here, okay? It turns out by this candle, we almost had a momentum way back down. So it turned out it was a fake out, man. And like how we were saying, dude, the data is always living, man. It really is always living. So it's something that, you know, it's kind of like I referenced yesterday. It's like playing poker, dude. It's like your hand's not over till everybody shows their cards, but you play the odds all the way down. And then I think we were talking about the 8 hour. 8 hour, we were right here when we were looking at it. And so we were projecting that double, actually, you can almost say a triple green dot. We were having a momentum wave, and it still probably can still play out, but we have to keep an eye on it because the green dot's almost faded to a red dot, and the VWAP's coming out. Stokes and RSI are still low though, so it's still in our favor, but it's something that you have to keep an eye on. That's why you do proper risk versus reward, and then you use your stop losses. I know stop losses, or you baby that thing. You don't go to sleep on a trade without a stop loss. But it's something like Trent, you'll even reference it too. Like Crypto Lifer, he says like if you can lose 7 out of your 10 trades, but the 3 trades you win, that's where you make your money. So I like to have a little better odds than that, but something that you will have to do. It's like blackjack, guys. Card counting. Some nights you might lose money card counting, but if you're consistent, the next couple nights you're probably going to be in a winning. So that's why I wanted to do a quick.
Lucas, I do think that you're going to see a $70,000 Bitcoin again, and I do think that you're going to see it about a year from whenever the peak is.
What I think?
I do still think that.
I would agree with Trent, but I probably would say right now I'm in the ballpark of a $50,000 Bitcoin for like 2 or 3 days, and that's just my own personal theory on it. I base that off how we got to 16K because the average Bitcoin cost mining last cycle was 24,000, and we went to 15.5. So the average cost right now of Bitcoin is 48,000, and it's hard for me to see us go much lower. Maybe we can even get to 40. But my reference is there's a bunch of things that go into this. I thought about it a lot. Is this extended cycle? What price is Bitcoin going to peak at? Because if it peaks at $300,000, Trent, I don't think it's going to go to 70 grand. You know what I mean? So if we peak at 140, I think 70 grand is easy on the table. Easy. That I'd be in that ballpark. So there's a lot of moving parts still to this, and that we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, right now it's like I'm referencing poker again, guys. If you don't know how to play, you guys got to look it up because I reference a lot. You look at your first hand, you got 3 cards on the table and you got 2 cards in your hand. You're going, okay, I'm looking pretty good. But you still have 2 more cards to come out that can totally change the game, So we have to wait for this to play out. Now, we have all these different scenarios in our head, and we're going to guess, poker. Guess what? He has this hand. You're going to figure out all the different scenarios, but you take your best educated guess on how you can play this market right.
DCA, do you mean April 2021? Because like Chainlink, for example, would have hit $50 in April of 2021. I remember that very vividly because me and my wife's family were doing this is going to sound stupid, but we call it a PowerPoint party. Everyone gets together and makes a PowerPoint about their favorite topic or a funny topic or whatever. And then everybody votes for the winner. And then I sent the winner one Chainlink that year, and it was $50. Anyways.
I'm just kind of scrolling through some of the chats too. And ECA, I don't know if we've talked before about Polkadot and why I don't believe in it anymore. There are lots of scenarios. I would rather discuss it in the Discord, but there were things that Gavin Wood said, one of the reasons why I got into Polkadot, and he said some very disgusting, demonic things, and I couldn't support it after that. And then it's not saying it's not going to pump well, right? And Lucas, another thing that you think about if you feeling late, I see JG giving you props on the back. Is that you're not late to crypto. And me and Shin were just talking about this the other day. Think about Crow Coin, guys. Crow is the biggest thing ever. I still talk to people, and I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and he can't get anybody to buy Crow token. And I'm like, it's the biggest name in the business. And look where it's at right now. It's having all these mega partnerships. The only people buying it are all the crypto people right now. We're so actually early to this thing, and you will always feel late. Me and Trent felt late when I joined. When I first joined, I was like, oh, frick, man, I missed the boat, guys. I feel so dumb. I knew about Bitcoin when it was $3,000. I didn't buy it until it got into shop to 64,000. I bought it at 40,000, came back to 15,000. I bought some more then. But people always feel late, no matter what you get. If you went and bought Tesla right now, you could say, I'm late to Tesla. Maybe you're late to Tesla. Now, if you bought something like Google, you might be a little late to Google. But
so DCA, are you saying that most coins aren't going to get back to their 2021 all-time highs? And I mean most major coins. Because if the 2022 relief rally, which I know what you're talking about, it was the relief rally after the announcement of the Ukraine war. The war was actually bullish for a minute. even though we perceive it as bearish these days. Like if the war ended, prices would go up. But when the war first started, prices actually went up because war can be bullish for markets. And like I remember when that happened, but it was a relief rally is all it was. And most coins did not get back to their all-time highs, except Ethereum kind of like made a good run at it, but fell short.
Okay.
So
I want to point out a few things. First thing is, hey, shout out to 398 guys. I mean, we're growing subscribers on the live stream. We're so close to that 400 guys. Get us there, and Trent will give somebody a chain link. But you have to be a member in the Discord. But
yeah.
I was going to tell you too that right before this green dot came, because it just closed 3 minutes ago, is that I was like, I think this might be a rounded bottom. We might start curving back up. Now the question is it a fake or not? I think we will start having some bullish divergence on the 15-minute trend. You could correct me if this looks dumb, but I like drawing. So tell me if this looks dumb to you, Trent. No, that look. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just messing with Trent. I'm thinking that we have bullish divergence coming on the 15-minute right now. We have double green dot, before green dot, bullish divergence, strength, Stokes and RSI look really good. Strength's coming in. Momentum wave starting to roll. VWAP is coming up on the 15-minute. That's a really good sign. Now I'm going to say that we'll probably at least pump up to this little local resistant level. We're only on the 15 minutes, so it's really not a whole lot. But that's like $500, guys. It's $500. Now the 1 hour, it's not there yet. We have 41 minutes to tell. It still looks like it could come down. So like I said, maybe it's still coming down. We were in a rising wedge. Maybe we're failing this rising wedge and we're going to start coming back down. Now, it's hard to believe that we could come back to 109, but anything's on the table because it is crypto. We do have a red dot now on the 4 hour. Stokes and RSI are low, and they're kind of up higher on the trend. The strength's not slamming down. It's slightly mellow. The VWAP is coming down. The money flow has been coming back in, but it may not be done parting around down there. The 1 hour is looking kind of nasty. Anchor trigger wave to the downside with that red dot. We have 2 hours to confirm it, but in the longer time frame, they have a lot more say in the matter.
Hey, hold it down for me for a little bit. I'm going to grab a second beer because it's my birthday.
I thought you said your birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, but I wasn't on the stream yesterday, so.
You have one for me then. I get it. So where is it saying? So we have a doji candle for a possible trend reversal. And guys, if we're in a downtrend, we get like Elliott wave, theory, whatever you want to say. You get 4 or 5 green candles up, 4 or 5 green candles up. We could dump back down to 109. It is just a possibility. Now, the good news is that we are in a bullish momentum wave, but not very strong. And the VWAP's coming out, not very strong. The green dot on the daily is pretty nice. It doesn't scream. I gotta erase some of this stuff because I can't see the stupid smiley face right there. We have 4, 11, 14. That's pretty good. We did make a lagging death cross back here on the daily. The 2 day says we're close to the bottom. 2 days says we're close to the bottom. We just don't know where it's at yet. Like, we're close to the bottom. We might get another 12 hours of negative territory. Well, he stepped down from CEO of DOT in 2022. No, he got fired, bro. That guy got fired. Some say it was bullish, but I don't know. I had to sell. You know what, Shadow? I'll tell you what, dude. That guy, Gavin Woods, he said in the interview that's no longer on the internet. So
that's the key to altcoin season.
Key to altcoin season. There you go, man. That's looking nice, like a nice drink. It also looks like a diamond too. Diamond handing. Good ASMR pop. One of the reasons. Oh, Trent's gonna get the 4. We'll watch it.
No, go ahead. This is just in the background.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say I watched the interview with Gavin Woods, and I was so bullish. All I was trying to do is find data on DOT and why I liked it, why I could be bullish. And this is back in 2021. And in the interview, he was on stage, and I couldn't believe my eyes. And he said this out of his own mouth. It was recorded. Went on stage that he said that he wanted to change the name to Latin for child sacrifice, and he had a bunch of other stuff along those lines. And I was like, dude, I can never be part of this project, dude. I sold it right then and there. I was like, dude, this is so bad. And I haven't been able to find that interview again, but I was bullish. I wasn't trying to find negative stuff about that. And it was pretty brutal, bro. I mean, that was just the baseline of a lot of what he got into. And I was like, why are you on this crypto platform talking about this? That's absolutely wild, dude. I mean, I thought he looked like a weirdo before, but that really confirmed it for me. Dude, I'm totally serious too.
Yeah, just look up Moloch DAO. And look, this sounds like some BitBoy conspiracy stuff, but I'm telling you, I don't repeat BitBoy conspiracy stuff. I really don't. But this thing is real. T-Square saw it with his own eyes. And a lot of the stuff that Ben said was...
Well, yeah, and then I talked to Ben on the cruise.
It was just like, he was just manic. So it went to places that it should never have gone, you know?
He kind of looks like it, dude. But yeah, I remember talking to BitBoy on the cruise, and he was like, dude, I know, I heard stuff like that too. And his is pretty dark too, but it was like confirmation of what I heard. I haven't even met Ben at that point in time. Wood has not given up on Dot, dude. That guy needs to give up on Dot and get the frick away from anything, dude. That guy needs to be locked away in prison for some of the stuff that I've heard about that man. You guys, the factor inflation between 2020 and now even hitting all-time highs, not even impressive. We could be hitting a super cycle, Mr. Buffett. We have no idea where we're going to end up. You know, it is pretty interesting, at least. Where were we at, Trent and Nader? So, Trent. So we were looking at Bitcoin, right? So the momentum waves we kind of talked about it, a little bit more bearish. It looks like we could be falling down a few more candles. I said it's possible to hit 109. I don't think we'll actually get there. Momentum waves are coming up. VWAP's coming down on the 12-day, and the 4-hour looks kind of bearish. The 15 minutes pumping, so I'm hoping that could be the start. But then, so we say we're negative in the midterm. When we check out the longer term, the daily, we get the green dot pumping up, and momentum wave coming good. Then we get the 2-day also looking pretty good. And the 2-day also wants to roll over. And when I was looking at noticing the 2-day and the daily and the 3-day it looks like the bottom is very close to being in. Like, I'm thinking like this week the bottom could be in. What's your opinion on it? And then we could go ahead and jump into Ethereum. If that's with you. What do you think?
Yeah, so I'm going to show two quick things on the chart, okay? Let's see. And I am going to make this very fast.
Did you share the thing with Alex on the Twitter for the next segment?
Yes. The newest thing is up on our Twitter. It's the pinned post. So let's see. I have two very, very quick things. Okay. Number one, Bitcoin on the daily chart is showing hidden bullish divergence. There's a swing up on price. The price is making a higher low on the macro when you zoom out. And the momentum is making the momentum oscillator, in this case it's the RSI, is showing a lower low. That's hidden bullish divergence. Okay, classic bullish divergence would be a swing down on price with a swing up on RSI. Okay, what classic bullish divergence tells you is that you're basically jumping off of a roof and landing on a trampoline, right? And when you do, you're going, the trampoline's going all the way down to the bottom, to the ground, and you're gonna spring back up. That's classic bullish divergence. A hidden bullish divergence is different. What this means is that, contrary to what it sounds like, it's not just a bullish divergence that's hard to find, right? What this actually means is that you have a continuation of an uptrend. The reason why is because as hard as the RSI is trying to go lower, the price actually maintains a higher low. And what that shows you is that the odds are in favor of a continuation of an uptrend, right? And you would have a hidden bullish divergence. Honestly, I would say even at 104. You would have, so look, this is, in my opinion, we are seeing the continuation of an uptrend. Also, the stochastic RSI, which is measured differently, but it's showing a classic bullish divergence, which means we have some momentum to get up, okay? The MACD, the histogram has moved from red to neutral on the daily, and it's rounding a bottom, and it looks like it wants to cross bullish very soon. Okay, so that's why in the title of the video, I said Bitcoin to 130K very soon, because the reason for that is that I believe that
Yes.
well, hold on, I need to move my... Yeah, the reason for that is that I believe that we are going to take out this high before we take out this low. So that's why I say, Bitcoin to 130K very soon. And then the second thing that I put in the title, and this is all I'm going to cover for charts today. T-Square can take it from here, but the other thing that I put in the title, I just want to make sure that whenever we put something in the title, that I actually do my due diligence to it during the show. So, Solana, US, where'd it go? No. Oh, actually, Solana's on my watch list, so why don't I just go over here and do it that way? Okay, so Solana on the daily chart. Let's actually look at the weekly chart. Reset chart view. Okay, so when we were at these levels, we're at $216, okay? When we were at these levels back here, look at how overbooked.
Did you see what DCA said?
No. That beer just hit him. Guys, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff on the charts right now.
Prisms.
Guys, look, this is, I gotta say, look, this is a niche that no one else on crypto YouTube is doing. Drunken TA. Like, Crypto Lifer would hate this. Well, the Wendy Williams on us. So look, this we're at $216 on Solana, and when we were the last time we were at these levels, right? Never mind this period right here, because all we actually did at that point was we put in a huge bearish divergence, right? Okay, got you. So, never mind this middle section. I'm going back to this section of the chart right here, back in April. Guys, look at how oversold, look at how overbought we were on the RSI. This area right here. You see how overbought that is? Now let me erase it all. Now let me draw it clean for you. This is my non-drunken drawing. Okay. Look at how overbought we were on the RSI back in April when we were at $201. Guys, at $200 flat, we were incredibly overbought on the RSI. The stochastic RSI was putting in bearish divergence at $200.
$201 later.
Now at 216, we are barely at 61 on the RSI. Back in April, we almost got up to 90. Guys, this means that Solana has...
I thought we were talking about ETH.
No. No, I didn't have anything on ETH to cover. The two big things in the title were Bitcoin to 130 and Solana signals altcoin season. So, look, Solana right now is... This means that Solana has plenty of gas in the tank to break these previous highs. So, you know, here's your 2 cents on ETH, right? Capital rotation goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum to large caps to mid caps to low caps to micro caps. In my opinion, Solana is going to lead the large cap capital rotation. Now, I don't mean that it's going to do more multiples than other large caps, right? I believe that Solana already had a lot of its run earlier. So I don't think it can get past, I'm saying somewhere between $600 and $1,000. I don't think it, I think that's the bull case, okay? So, but what I do think is that Solana is going to have an aggressive run that kind of leads into a moonshot for large caps. And other large caps are going to do more multiples than Solana will. Like Cardano, like
XRP.
I don't know about XRP because it's already had a good run as well. But you know, like Cardano, like Sui, I mean, you know, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, Solana one looks kind of sweet.
Yeah.
So
there you go. That's my 2 cents. Solana is telling you that altcoin season is coming. That's my point.
Another thing to point out too, Trent, is that, like Shadow said, this doesn't show Ethereum like how we know Ethereum, but it does show like the liquidation map. Here's the 48-hour. We'll show out the weekly on Bitcoin. So we've wiped out a lot of the liquidations. I mean, a lot of this stuff's a lot more minor. I say minor, right? Liquid leverage, like 67 million. Like there is money down here, but it's not like the money on the top, like 144 million just for that one. There's another one, 98 million. There's another one for 115 million. So we have significantly more shorts that are asking to be liquidated. And so we shall see what happens, you know. We shall see. Now, if you wanted to look at the 24-hour time frame window, we might come down and stay at that 110 level. We were just talking about that. Like just below that, this empty pocket is probably safe. The 109 level probably won't come back to 109. There's a chance that Bitcoin comes down, grabs this, and then we just come right back up and steal all this, man. They're going to go after it, dude. They always do. Look, think about it. Like when we're back here, we came down and went after this stuff over here, and then we're like, there's a little bit more. We'll give them a little bit fake out, give them a little consolidation, capitulation. Wow, I cannot talk right now. We come down, snag those guys up, and then we kind of stuck around just a little bit longer. We might drop down, steal that stuff from it too. So it's just one of those things. They do have like Ethereum on here, but it's different looking because it's, I don't know how it does. It's not. It's ETH to BTC. It's not ETH to dollars. I don't know the conversion, so I can't really tell you. Can't really tell you, man. Bitcoin
sir.
recovery chart. Oh, Prayer, I was going to DCA. I was going to ask you about
Hey, shout out to number 398.
DCA, and the beer is hitting you, isn't it, Trent?
Huh?
The beer is hitting you, isn't it?
No, but really, shout out to number 398 subscribers.
You shout out double to 398 because that's the second time we shouted him out.
Oh,
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? DCA, what was your price that you were buying Polygon at, and how do you feel about another rebrand? I'm kind of curious because I'm like, dude, I'm not a big fan of rebranded tokens. I'm just not, but I do think Polygon has the best potential of any layer 2 on top of Ethereum. I'm not a big layer 2 guy either, but I'm just saying I think that has the best potential. Oh, well, then what did you say? Did you say I'm waiting for ETH tokens like Polygon to pump? Where were we at, dude? August trend, we're down 3.26%. It's the reddest August that we've not have had. So far, I think this is the worst August since the bull run, though, if we close negative. But, you know, like I said, it takes 2 or 3 days for us to bottom. Oh, dude, that's literally the end of the month is in 2 or 3 days, Trent. September is in 2.5 days. Interesting. Well, it better start deciding what it wants to do. Holy cow, I didn't realize it's the end of the month. Oh, my goodness. 2017. And right now, we're on track for the reddest August after any halving. That's pretty weird, dude. Could have fooled me, man. Could have fooled me. Where was I going to go to? We're jumping back over the charts now. I tricked myself into thinking that the month had like another 2 weeks left. Holy smokes. If August past September might be bullish. Hey, you know what? Well, going back over the data, September is supposed to be the worst month. Traditionally, the most red. But I read.
We've never had a green August and September.
Well, we've had a red and a red.
Yeah, but we've never had a green August and September.
You're right. We never have.
I mean, we could now. But I'm just saying. You know.
Well, and what I'm pointing out too is that who was it? It was Scott Bessa, I believe, had somebody on there, and they said that they expect rate cuts for the next 3 to 6 months, and that makes you think that there's going to be more than 2 rate cuts, and that also makes you think that there could be that bullish for the next 6 months.
I'll tell you what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a very slightly red August.
Well, we're on track for that right now, Trent. We're on track. If we close in 3 days and Bitcoin's still at 112, we're off a slight red.
Yeah. If Bitcoin's anywhere underneath 116, I think, or 115 and change. So, and look, even if Bitcoin pumps up a little bit, fills the CME gap, let's say tomorrow, and then it corrects back down to 113 or something and closes the month on Sunday at like 111, 112, 113, then we get even 114, then we get that slightly red August. I really, really hope that happens, honestly.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into Ethereum, Trent, see what we got going for us on ETH. If you guys have any shout outs to coins that we may have missed because we got talking and the chat got busy, just pop them back in there. We'll take a look. So I'm on the 1 hour right now, okay? So the money flow has been leaving ETH. Like the first thing my eyes see, and I've probably drawn this several times, is I see a bull flag, and I see we broke out of it and it fell back into it. That's what I look at, and I'm thinking that we will probably come up and test it one more time, and I don't know if we're going to break above it. And I say that because the money flow has been coming down. That's the green wave, but we do have double green dots going on for us right now. I think that dot will probably play out on the 1 hour. The VWAP is slightly above strength up, but it's not screaming like strength to the upside where we're going to smash. Plus, we might come back up hit the 21. We have a little bit more of this flag to keep going, and then we jump over to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is a doji candle, so we do have a trend reversal. So hey, maybe we do actually get it. We got -5 to a 4 DBSI showing strength. We could get an anchor trigger wave. Nope, bullish divergence, but that could play out though. Question is, are we going to break out of the flag and close it above it? What's the 12 hour say? The 12 hour says we are slightly down below the 0 line, -4 to a +4. I wouldn't say it's screaming open doors, but if we get a good 1 hour and a good 4 hour, that could turn into a trigger wave. I would say I would definitely be leaning to a fake out right now. We'll pump up. And I just don't know if we have the strength to close because that hasn't rolled over yet. It hasn't rolled over yet. I like to wait kind of until we get that confirmation before we get that. And the daily hasn't rolled over yet either. The money flow has been pretty good though. The money flow has been pretty good and thick for ETH. And then if you look at ETH on a longer time frame, it's a higher high, and we have a lower high. All right. Here's all lower. I don't even. That's not even a lower low. And then we have up over here. It's a higher low. So still, you could say we're still consolidating this pattern. And what we could be doing, Trent, is we have a little tiny flag right there, but then we got like a bearish. Is this like a bearish flag, Trent? Oh, we're in right here. What's this pattern called again?
Well, I mean.
But what I mean is like it technically usually likes to break down. But if we break up,
rising wedge.
But if we're breaking up because we're in the the bull run, that's kind of a bad line. But you could be like, boom, there we go, those 6,400 right there, and that's realistically that's probably is going to happen just because of where we're at in the market. Rising wedge, thank you. Jim Saw, can you take a look at Will Liberty Finance? Thanks. Yeah, we could probably pull it up. Should I pull up a market site for Trent?
Yeah.
I don't think I actually have it saved, but I was thinking about adding it today because I was interested in their stock.
I would say.
Wait, that's not what.
Shadow asked for this, so I'm just gonna give him a couple levels. Let's see here. If you have your liquidation below. Let's just say below the head of this arguable inverse head and shoulders. I say arguable because the neckline is like kind of weird. But that's one option. That's really aggressive though. 40.85. Another option is to keep your liquidation below the 50 moving average. It's coming in at 39.45. Your next option is to put your liquidation below. Look, we don't want people to get liquidated, so I should say put your stop loss below. But Shadow is experienced. He knows what he's doing. I do it too. Look, I have a $20,000 trade open with like on leverage, and I don't have a stop loss on it. And look, I don't recommend that, but I do it for a reason. So I get what you're saying, Shadow. You have this range right here. I would say below 38. And then I would add one more horizontal line right here. So the kind of leverage that I use when I don't run a stop loss, I'm anywhere between 2 to 4x leverage. So if you ask yourself, if you're on 3x leverage, where would you be liquidated at? Probably down here. So I would feel pretty good about 3x. That's me personally. So
Sure.
There you go.
So you asked me to pull up Will Liberty Finance. Well, you say it's a crypto. I don't know if it's the right one or not. I think it is because I came over here because I've looked at this before. I don't know if it's a meme coin or not, just because it's so many zeros back. Will Liberty Financial crypto stock, cryptocurrency platform. I don't think that's their platform. I don't think it's like their token, but maybe I'm wrong. I haven't done a deep analysis on it because I think Will Liberty stock itself is maybe private, but they know they use Truth Token DJT. So we'll jump into Will Liberty Finance anyways. That's the one that I pulled up. Crypto token. The VWAP is up. We do have a green dot. It's about to confirm the green dot in 12 minutes. You go from a 7 to a 12 to a 15, so it looks like the bulls are gaining strength on the 1 hour. The 4 hour is looking really high. And if you want to look at the wicks, -256, it looks like the bulls are actually gaining control. And a doji candle, we can see a correction to 26 cents. This doesn't look right though. This isn't. The other one was like several digits. This isn't right, is it? I pulled this one off MEXC. It's not right.
I would feel very safe about 3x on ease, not financial advice.
I can't tell if I'm looking at the right one or not.
The reason why I would feel very safe is because you would have to break an uptrend. Like you would have to break an uptrend very strongly in order to do that. So, you would have bigger problems on your hands if ETH went below 3,400, because your spot bags would be going into a very protracted downtrend. So that's why I feel safe about 3x.
I guess this is the right token. Dude, it hasn't been out very long. That's the first thing that would be nervous. It's like been out for 3 days, maybe.
Yeah, no, it just started trading. That's why.
Did it? Is this actually their token, though?
I read an article about it. Yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Look, I'm not gonna 100%, but you would think it would be bigger news, right? But no, I did read something about it.
But yeah, but then I come over here to Google and it doesn't say it's their token.
Yeah.
But if it is their token, I think that would be pretty large news. But so the 1 hour, dude, the money flow has it's been pouring in. Hasn't really had since like exceptions been an uptrend. The green dot looks good, money flow looks, and the VWAP looks good on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, like I said, it's a doji candle. There's almost no data to even go off of. So it's really hard for me to give you any signals. The 15 minute, there's a green dot too. Maybe, Trent, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Does this look like an inverted head and shoulder pattern?
Yeah.
Shoulder, head, shoulder.
Yeah. By the way, Jim, I just looked and WL stayed on BYDFi. So now, if you haven't already made an account in minutes,
I'll cover it, Trent.
Okay.
What Trent's leading into, guys, is my favorite segment of the night. and it's getting to the end of the night. Usually we like to do it a little earlier. We do have partnered up with BitBuy. We have access to Alex over there. He loves us. We love him. But guys, if you want to sign up, no KYC, no VPN, you get 20% savings on your trading fees using our link. If you're a new user, you can deposit $100. You get 60%, $60 deposit bonus. If you're a little bit more intermediate, you could do $500 deposit bonus and get a $100 bonus, 20%, because this the premium is just for the new green people. They need the extra money. And then we got the a little bit more experience. And you got $1,000 deposit, $200 bonus, and then if you deposit $5,000, you get 20% bonus of $1,000 trading bonus. If you can't afford the $5,000, guys, you can literally take it out from one of your coins, get your bonus, and put it right back in there, guys. It should come in there almost instantly in like that day or two. This is only a limited time event. It only lasts till September 12th. It just started today, but just know that, like I said, guys, time flies, and before you know it, this event will end. So it's the number 2 best way you can support the channel, and we appreciate everything that you guys give us. We put it right back into the show, and we just want to give you guys a good time. And please, guys, be careful out there. Don't get liquidated. I've seen too many people get liquidated and hurt. They do headhunt people who trade high volume leverage trades, and so just be careful. Just be careful. Jump in the Discord, hit us up, see what our thoughts are on anything if you ever are nervous about something. We can't give you financial advice, but we can tell you what the heck we would do. But yeah, guys, jump back into the charts. So going back into the Wheel of Liberty, dude, you do have like a head and shoulders, like inverse head and shoulders pattern. The green dot looks good. There's not a whole lot of data to go off of. The 1 hour. You want my opinion? I'm not super bullish on that short time frame. I know it looks good, but it does look like it's in this pattern to me. So there's 2 things that are going to break. There's 2 things going to happen. It's going to either break up to the upside, like make another extension. We had the trigger wave, but the trigger wave only got to the top of this, and now the momentum's almost all spent in that 30-minute. And do you think the 15-minute has enough to outweigh it? It's trying. It's trying. I don't know, man. The green dot on the 1 hour looks good. It's literally trying. It's throwing me for like a loop because like I don't want to give you bad indecision, but it's like the 15-minute looks good.
We appreciate that, do not you? That's one of the best compliments we've had in the chat, because that's the kind of community we want to build. Honestly, cheers.
But the trigger wave on the 30 minutes. I know I just meant suck awesome. What's suck awesome, guys? I don't know about Trent. I definitely don't suck awesome anytime. But the 30-minute
Shadow 12x long. But look, this is the only time I'm gonna show you on this, Shadow. Did you put a 12x long on BYDFi? Come on, man. With our link. If not, maybe next time. Just think about it.
But so like I was saying about Real Liberty Finance.
Also, where's your liquidation price? Dude, it's got to be low. Well, below the 30 EMA. Okay, I'll go look at it on my end. You go ahead and keep going.
Okay, so 30-minute, I am bullish. Oh no, 15-minute, I'm bullish. 30-minute, I have a little bit of indecision. We have a doji candle. We're respecting this trend line, and it looks like we're about to roll over on the 30-minute. I guess we haven't closed it yet, but it's very weak. The VWAP is coming down. The money flow does kind of lead the way, and that makes me feel a little better. And the 1 hour does look really good. The money flow is still good. VWAP is breaking up. Very weak breakup, but it is a breakup. We have strength coming in. Stokes on our side a little high. It's like I said, it's been on a giant uptrend. It's still early. I don't think it's gonna hurt to DCA into it, but I definitely want to go ham into it. Like, it's so new. It's so hard to really give you a ballpark point on it. I think it'll probably do good. To be honest with you, it's actually their coin. I think it will do well. I have no idea where it's gonna go. Like, Trump's coin went to 80 billion market cap before it came back down to like 5 billion, and then kind of finding its way. But maybe we should pop open Crow again too, because Crow's been pumping. Maybe Pith, I think Pith Network. We'll run through this real quick. We're getting pretty close to the end of the show.
Yeah.
But we'll jump over, check out Crow. Crow in the 15-minute has been coming down. We're at 30 cents. We did get a high. We came down, created a lower low. We came back up. Did not make a higher high. Now it looks like it does look like Crow's going to go lower to me. We're touching the 200. Just about to touch the 200 MA. The momentum wave still going down. Money flow has been leaving. Stokes and RSI getting hot, oversold, and we've been going down. Strength is beat. 30-minute open doors to the downside. Maybe we make a double bottom, but it does not look like it to me. We came up. We had bearish divergence right here on the 30-minute. We had an anchor trigger wave, just straight to the downside. Boom, trigger down. We come back up. Boom, trigger down. We're going down again, and we have no green dots right now in sight. The money flow for it has been slowly going away on Crow in the last minute. We pumped up so hot, guys. I would not be surprised to see us come back down to 25 cents. I think that's totally reasonable level too. A good retracement. You can come down, being crowds out there, and you still off to the races. Almost open doors on the 1 hour to going down. The 4 hour, it's looking like we're going to come down and meet the 21, probably around the 25 cent level. So that's where I'd be looking, guys. The 12 hours saying we're coming down. I would say I'm a little bit bearish on Crow coin. Let's roll into Pith Network. I actually don't know if I have Pith. Maybe I do. Oh, I do have Pith saved. Okay, so Pith on the 12 hours has been absolutely going nuts. The 1 hour, we did get a little bit bearish divergence. It's kind of hard. It's kind of wonky to see how we're facing it right now. But you could say, boom, bam, maybe possible short opportunity. The money flow maybe peaked and it's been coming down just slightly. It's slightly coming down. Like we peaked right here, slightly came down. So it might not be over. It's pretty red right now. View up is below the zero line. The 4 hours.
Shadow, I might copy trade you. So do me a favor. Put, like, if you think, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, put in the chat how risky you think that one is.
Remember, you're talking to a man who's buzzed, so. And the 12 hour looks pretty good for Pith still, but it looks like open doors to the upside. But everything else saying short term, it'll probably need to cool off. I mean, it's pretty pumped, man. Pretty pumped, almost up 100% though. I don't got anything left, Trent. I'm getting pretty close to having to call it wraps.
Yes, I'm going to do the fastest Cardano spotlight that you've ever seen me do on the channel. And the reason for that...
Because you're in a good mood and it's your birthday?
The reason for that is because I'm just going to play a very quick video from Charles, and I'm going to come over to Twitter. Sure. Guys, always going to call it Twitter, okay? So just deal with it. And here we go. I don't think the volume's too great on this, but here we go. Why is there no volume?
There's going to be all kinds of flavors that come through, and we'll see debts probably for midnight as well.
I don't know, Trent.
Profitable for people to pursue.
Charles says T-Square is the best, and Trent is awesome. He's slightly buzzed. He's very happy.
For anybody out there that thinks themselves, who gets buzzed on 2 beers? Guys, they're both over 8.5.
The high octane beers.
Yeah. They're both over 8.5%. So, and we've been live for an hour and a half. So there you go.
Charles did say that. He heard it himself.
So DATs and Cardano are inevitable.
Okay, why is this not?
I can hear it, but I could barely hear it.
Can you?
There's going to be all kinds of flavors.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very muffled, fart low.
It's just you have to do them with the right wisdom and force.
Okay, because I played it clearly this morning. Okay. Oh wait.
It is an IPA.
No.
I thought you said this would be the fastest Cardano spotlight ever.
It was supposed to be.
The beer's getting to him, guys. The IPA. The IPA.
All right, look, I'm just gonna tell you what he said. So look, you have digital asset treasuries. Charles' prediction is that Cardano treasury companies are going to be coming in the next 90 to 180 days. So that means, and look, I mean, this is the one time that I might admit that Muffhead might be onto something, but 90 to 180 days, Charles is saying that we're going to see Cardano treasury companies. What's a Cardano treasury company? MicroStrategy is a Bitcoin treasury company, right? It's a company whose business model is to invest in a particular asset, right? The treasury of that company is wrapped up in an asset. And what Charles is saying is that we're going to see a bunch of, we're going to see Cardano treasury companies going live in the next 90 to 180 days. So that's very bullish for Cardano. And, the blockchain brew might just be one of them. When we file our LLC and we put our BitFi commission money into Cardano. I mean, I don't know. Like T-Square has to decide where his 50% is going to go, but my 50% will go into ADA. So that's I don't know.
You don't know. I'm glad they're buying ADA, not midnight.
Minus business costs, of course. So we will have some ADA exposure on here on the Blockchain Brew, just a little bit.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a blast. It was a good night, man. The chat was popping. We got some more subs coming in. We got meet new faces, and we're just here to be part of the community. We appreciate everything you guys do for us, and we're here for you. We will be back tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time for our nightly routine show. But now we have a 10 a.m. show as well. So you guys jump in for that. Hey, if you haven't already, hit up the Discord, hit up the BitFi, take advantage of all the utilities that we have to you right now. And like Trent said, Discord ain't gonna be free forever. All right, guys, T-Square, Trentinator, we are out. Catch you later.